Hello, my name is Benjamin Moguso. I'm the Chief of Operations at Uhai Life Sciences. Sickle cell disease accounts for 300,000 deaths annually, with a disease burden of 7.4 million patients who are living with sickle cell worldwide. It is an inherited disease that affects the red blood cells, particularly the hemoglobin. For those of us who are scientifically inclined, it is an autosomal recessive disorder that results in deformed hemoglobin or abnormal hemoglobin, whereby there is a substitution of the adenine to thymidine in codon 6 of the beta hemoglobin chain, leading to replacement of the normal glutamic acid for valine that now results in blood cell that is abnormal in shape and size. So you find a normal red blood cell that now has become a sickled red blood cell. Hence, they have reduced oxygen carrying capacity. Sickle cell disease affects different people in different ways. Of note, it increases their susceptibility to infections. It increases the ability to get bone disorders, and it can lead to conditions that we call microocclusions, whereby the sickled or deformed red blood cells are unable to pass through the microcirculation in some specific organs, including the kidneys, the spleen, and many other organs. And this leads to something that we call sickle cell crisis. We at Uhai are dedicated to helping our sickle cell warriors combat this disease and lead more impactful lives through access of blood and blood products. We help these patients in three critical areas, that is access, processing, and distribution, whereby we encourage people to donate more and raise awareness to the need of donations to these patients. In line with that, on the 19th of June, which is this month, we shall be running a blood drive on World Sickle Cell Day so that we can raise blood and also raise awareness for sickle cell patients. Thank you, and we hope to see you there. Today, we shall also be having a patient experience story from one of our sickle cell warriors that Uhai was fortunate enough to help in a time of need. And she will share her experience since she was a child and how she's been dealing with this disease, and hopefully shine a light of hope to all sickle cell warriors in Kenya and around the world. Thank you so much.
I'm Seline, a 23-year-old sickle cell warrior and advocate. I've been living with sickle cell since the age of 2. It's been a bumpy ride, but we're still pushing through. I'm very happy to be here today so that I can encourage all other sickle cell warriors out here to know that you can be whatever you want to be, and sickle cell is not a limit, but you should use it as something to encourage you to go on with your daily life. If you try and make sickle cell like a friend, it's not a good thing, but you try and make it a friend, then you'll be, despite having this, I can still do anything. As I'm talking, I'm a nurse, I'm waiting for my license, and I still have sickle cell. So to any sickle cell warrior out here, sickle cell is not a disability. It's not something to limit you. It's not something to put you down. You can do whatever you want to be. My experience with sickle cell for the last 1 year, it's been tough. I can tell you it's been tough. March last year, I was really sick. I was in the ICU. I was in a coma for 2 weeks. You wake up, you're like, oh, you have renal failure, your kidneys are not functioning, you are jaundiced, liver failure, lungs have collapsed. When I woke up from the coma, I told myself that I have to push on and continue with my life. It's not something to pin me down, and it's like a second chance. So it's been really tough. I also developed a vascular necrosis of my left hip due to sickle cell. And I did my hip replacement surgery early last week, end of May, my hip replacement surgery. That's what my sickle cell journey for the last 2 years has been. But I did not give up. I took it positively. Living with sickle cell is not an easy thing. For the first thing is pain. The pain is, I don't know how I can describe it, but the first thing is pain. We also have myths and misconceptions ziko mingi sana. But like, kuna mtu anaweza kupeleka kakutibu, and sickle cell is a genetic disease, and it's a disease that hakuna an established cure for it, but it's all about management. So to anyone out here with sickle cell, don't listen to the myths and misconceptions going out here. Another challenge is their finances. Sickle cell is an expensive disease. I would like to reach out to everyone in the healthcare system to look into making sickle cell treatment more affordable and make the services accessible. For example, the drugs. You can find that you are taking a lot of drugs. Let me check for the case of hydroxyurea. You need to take 2 tablets a day. And the capsule goes at a retail price of 45 to 50 bob. So you can see in a day you end up spending 100 bob. And our covers, our medical cover, which is NHF, you find that it won't be enough to cover for your medical supplies and expenses. So we end up, most of us had to access your treatment vizuri kabisa because of the prices. So if you try and make the health services more accessible and cheaper for us, it will be a better idea. We also have the issues of stigma. It's a real thing, I remember when I was a kid, someone told me, unakaa hapo unaturingia, hautafikisha hata 18 years, It's not something good. You should know that we are also human beings. We need to be loved and we need to be embraced. That's what helps us most of the time. The love we get and the support, it really does help. So if you know someone living with sickle cell disease, please reach out to them and be their helping hand. It really means a lot to us. Another thing is about the disease awareness. I will recommend that we put more emphasis, just like how other chronic diseases are given emphasis. Sickle cell, according to me, is the easiest disease to eradicate, or not if to eradicate, to manage, because I go with the fact that catching the link, it's simple. I have sickle cell, meaning 2 carriers walipatana ndio wakapata mtoto ako na sickle cell. So if we teach people to be more into genetic testing and counseling, like know your genotype. If you know your genotype, you'll know I'm a carrier, he's not a carrier, so we can marry. I'm a carrier, he's a carrier, so we cannot marry, because at the end of it will result to us having a kid either with sickle cell and carriers. We should put more efforts to that, and also support to the caregivers, because it's not easy raising a child with sickle cell. They should be educated, they should be given support. A child with sickle cell is just the same to a normal child. It's just that tuko na disability in the blood, the shape of like the only difference between me and a normal person is the red blood cells. Zake ni circular, circular, yangu ni biconcave, inaka sickle, yeah. But that's not an issue to pin down your child. Give them an opportunity, given opportunity and chances, we are good. We do our best. We should create more awareness to people to go more into blood donation. You will be saving a life. You'll be touching a life of a kid or someone there who is hopeless, sickle cell can put you in a position like you're desperate, Like, for example, in my case, unfortunately, I'm blood group B negative. So meaning I can only get blood from B negative or negative, and it's a very big challenge. So mtu kupata crisis, unaambiwa you have to wait hadi wapate damu iko compatible na wewe. So if you take a step today to donate blood, utakuwa unasaidia mtu kama mimi ama someone somewhere who is in a painful crisis, that the only solution is blood. If you're to reach out, go to the nearest blood bank, donate them, utakuwa una save a life because it's not easy. And it's among the treatment options we have for sickle cell. Go out, donate blood, and touch a life. So about her initiative, it's a health-related initiative, or I can say, wanna work by co-advocate for people. Like, they reach out to people to tell you to go out there and give out blood, If you're given the chance uko na damu and you're healthy, please go out, reach out blood. Kama ujui sasa utajua leo, June 19th is World Sickle Cell Day. And this is a day that we come together to celebrate the milestone, the journey, the steps that we as sickle cell warriors, advocates, and the health sector is doing towards a better future and brightening lives of people with sickle cell. So, high initiative with other stakeholders will be running a blood drive, and I'll be very happy if people will join us on that day so that we can celebrate. And through celebrating, come to Memorial Ground, we'll be there. So join us to celebrate and help a warrior, reach out to a warrior, support a warrior, and touch a life, so that we can mark this day together and celebrate in partnership with the high initiative.